Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking into something. Oh, it's a real contradiction. An app called Joyagoo.
Mm-hmm.
On one hand, it has nearly 3,000 five-star reviews for delivering counterfeit designer goods. On the other, security sites are basically screaming that it has extremely low trust.
Right. So how can both of those things be true at the same time? That's the real question.
Exactly. So let's start at the basics. What exactly is Joyagoo?
So it's what's called a Chinese shopping agent. For you, the user, it means you don't actually buy from those huge Chinese wholesale sites like Tao or Weidian yourself.
Okay, so you're not going directly to the
You
source.
know, you just send Joyu a link to the item you want. They buy it, they store it for you in their warehouse, and then they send you what they call quality check photos.
And that's the hook, isn't it? The QC photos.
That's the main selling point. It makes them seem like this safe, escrow service for knockoffs. After you approve the photos, they bundle everything up and ship it out internationally.
And the people using it are completely in on it. They're not trying to hide it.
Right.
The reviews talk about one-to-one accuracy and AAA quality.
Yeah, that's all code for high-end replicas. And the promise is, it seems real. You see these posts on TikTok or Reddit, people showing off their hauls, Balenciaga slides, Rick Owens boots, all for under 50 bucks.
But that's where the illusion starts to crack, right? When you dig into the actual security profile, the red flags are immediate.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the company is less than a year old. Getting almost 3,000 perfect reviews that quickly is suspicious. Scam Advisor flags the domain for spam warnings for being brand new.
And you mentioned something about Trustpilot itself showing profile mergers.
Right.
What does that even mean? Why would they do that?
It's a classic move to basically wipe the slate clean. If they get too much bad press or maybe a payment processor cuts them off, they just start a new profile and merge the old good reviews into the new ones.
So they get to keep the five-star history but ditch all the problems.
Exactly. It's a way to hit the reset button on their reputation.
That makes the perfect score feel even more fake. But let's talk about the danger for the user, like the immediate financial hit, the hidden costs.
This is the real trap. The product prices are just the bait. You see jeans for $14 or slippers for $20.
Okay, so what's the catch?
The shipping. The sources show users getting hit with international shipping fees that can easily triple the total cost.
Triple it. Can you give me an example?
Yeah, those $20 slippers we mentioned. One user reported the shipping came out to $63. Another said $78.
Wow, why so much?
Because they have to use these expensive, specialized couriers to try and sneak the packages past customs. And if you see that shipping price and try to back out,
Let me guess, there's a fee for that too.
you got it. A return fee to get the item out of their warehouse. At that point, you're already in for the agent fee and the product cost. You're basically locked in.
And this is all before we even get to the biggest risk of all, the legal one.
Right. Importing counterfeit trademarked goods is just illegal in most countries. Joyu might be good at evasion, but it's never a guarantee.
So if your package gets caught by customs,
It's destroyed. Gone.
Yeah.
The agent offers no guarantee for that, and depending on where you live, you could even face legal trouble yourself. And all for a $50 pair of boots.
so we have this platform that's facilitating illegal trade, hiding its costs, and somehow maintaining a perfect rating that just seems statistically impossible. How?
The sources point to active manipulation, pure and simple. They're super aggressive about soliciting reviews the moment a package is delivered.
And the reviews themselves are off.
Yeah, independent analysts see these weird patterns, like suspiciously perfect grammar mixed with really unnatural, non-native phrasing. The timing of the posts also suggests it's all coordinated. They are literally manufacturing trust.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, what's the verdict for you, the listener?
The service. It works in a way. It does what it says it will do at first. It gets the counterfeit item from a Chinese market to your door.
But it's a trap. It's designed for the consumer to lose in the long run, with those hidden fees and the very real legal risks just waiting to materialize.
Right, and that brings up a really interesting final thought. We have legal alternatives, right? Outlet stores, verified secondhand marketplaces that are totally safe.
So why do these high-risk platforms with these insane hidden fees grow so fast?
I think it's the psychology, the thrill of feeling like you're part of this exclusive club, like you're getting away with the perfect deal. It seems that feeling is more intoxicating for some people than the actual security of a legitimate bargain.